What's up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron Nix. This is the Wrestle Plug YouTube channel, and this is WWE Raw in 3 minutes there or abouts, but you have to excuse me because there's going to be plenty of swearing because it's Raw, isn't it? It's got to be shit. It has to be shit. They can't just give me something nice. No, they cannot. Counter on the screen. Let's get cracking. WWE Raw opens with the return of Randy Orton, hooray! And then Matt Riddle comes down and goes, bro, and he's like, what the fuck do you want? He's like, bro, we're a tag team, right? Okay, bro. And he's like, nah, not really. Nope. AJ Styles and Omos come down, and then they basically say, ah, look at you, you're dysfunctional. I want a match with you later, one-on-one, me and you, because we haven't wrestled each other 50 times in the past, right? Including WrestleMania, yeah, me and you, yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
Not again.
The main event is set. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles later on tonight. Baron Corbin is on Raw. He's homeless. And apparently he's allowed to go to Raw up to 4 times in a year due to some weird bullshit brand swap policy. To be honest, he must be destitute because he's on Raw.
Ha!
Corbin has apparently been paid to face Drew McIntyre by Jinder Mahal because he needs some money. So he goes out there, he has an average match, Drew McIntyre kicks him in the head, also while mocking him for being homeless and poor. And apparently we're not supposed to feel sorry for him because he used to be a horrible person. And apparently that's the kind of ethics we want to teach our kids on WWE Raw.
You have a vagina! You have a vagina!
Jeff Hardy versus Karrion Kross 2. Does Karrion Kross lose? No, thank God. He beats him. He chokes him out. Still no sign of Scarlett. And to be honest, I just collectively sighed and went, meh, don't care.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. Doudrop loses because Lily winks at her.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Sheamus has a rather hilarious backstage moment with John Morrison and The Miz. Then it's Sheamus versus Ricochet, because I haven't seen that a million times. However, credit to Ricochet for still doing something ridiculously death-defying and dangerous every single show. Almost murders himself, but ultimately gets bro kicked and loses. And immediately following this, Damian Priest then beats the shit out of John Morrison, calls out Sheamus and says, I want a United States title match at SummerSlam. And he says, yeah, sure, why not? After throwing out quite a number of Irish stereotypes.
Hey, let's make Jerry's the leprechaun sing us the song of the Emerald Isle. Oh, 'tis like the singing of the angels themselves.
In the portion of Raw that everybody hated and I enjoyed, Reginald flips off of a case. WWE Champion the almighty Bobby Lashley is now in the ring and he's got MVP with him. MVP does what he does best. He cuts a killer promo. He hypes up the Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley match that's going to be at SummerSlam. Then Bobby Lashley gets on the mic and says, you're not next, you're done. Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley have a fantastic match until it's interrupted by that dirty scoundrel Charlotte Flair. She's absolutely amazing. Charlotte Flair, by the way, for my money, is the MVP of WWE right now. Charlotte Flair stands tall after decking both of them and then dumps the belt on Nikki ASH for good measure. Elias teases the idea of a changing gimmick by burning his guitar. And in your main event, Randy Orton faces AJ Styles. It's a good match, but I've seen it a million times. However, it was all leading to what we wanted to see. Matt Riddle comes down to help out Randy Orton, of course, even though Randy Orton says that RK Bro is done and he doesn't need his help. Omos gets involved. Riddle, of course, is the great equalizer of sorts, and during all the distraction, boom, massive RKO, and Randy Orton picks up the win against AJ Styles. And then, do we get what we want? Do we get the big embrace? Do we get the return of RK Bro? Yes, we do! And then we get an RKO for good measure because Randy Orton is sick of Riddle's shit, but I'm sure they're going to tag together. And to be honest, I honestly feel like these two guys are kind of the most entertaining thing Raw has by a country margin. The crowd pop like crazy for them, and it makes only the right amount of sense to have them face Omos and AJ Styles and dethrone them and become the oddball tag team champions coming out of SummerSlam. No idea when the buzzer went. I'm sure it was about 2 minutes ago, but ultimately I thought Raw was very, 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 very boring. As per usual, this show would have actually been quite acceptable if it had been 2 hours, but no, you've got to have that hour of crap in the middle. Do you know what this is, right? It's like a gobstopper, and you think, I'm tolerating this, but it gets boring, it gets tedious. You think, okay, there's still some flavour, and then all of a sudden, when you get to the middle and it starts getting all chewy, you find that someone has left a decaying piece of monkey shit in the middle of your gobstopper, and you think, for fuck's sake, I wish I had just stopped sucking 2 hours ago. WWE Raw in 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Aaron Nix, and I'll catch you very soon for more content from that Wrestle Plug. Where's my toaster?